Hi guys, it's Jean here and welcome back to my channel. Today I will go over how to create your YouTube banner or channel art using Procreate on the iPad. Let's first set up the canvas size. We'll be using 2560 by 1440 pixels. Alright, now hit create. Select the actions icon, hit add and insert photo. Choose the template already saved in your photo album. And I already added a link to download this template in the video's description. Let's first turn down the opacity of the template and create a new layer for the sketch. As you can see, this template acts as a guide when designing for your channel art. This area will be visible across all devices, so we mainly want to keep the drawings within this area. In case you have not seen it before, this is what my old channel art looks like. The year 2020 is ending real soon, and because the old banner shows it here, I wanted to create a new one. And this time without the year, so I won't have to update it as often. I always like to turn on the grid when sketching. It's just easier for me to determine the proportions of my chibi characters. And as usual for my sketch, I'm using the oval sketch brush in bright pink color. I'm gonna draw in this box here as a placeholder for my channel name. Different than my previous design, I want to show it in the middle this time. Okay, my channel's name here and maybe some descriptions at the bottom. And on that same layer, I'm gonna draw in the main frames for my chibi characters. This one is gonna be Hinata and the second one is Chibiusa. Adding these curves in the middle of the body just to know where the characters is facing. This one to split the torso and the legs. Now let's also draw in the limbs. We just want to show the basic shape of the body, positioning the arms and the legs. I also wanted to include Luna P, the cat face rubber ball that Chibiusa always carries around. Alright, moving right along. The next one is designated to Miyamura from one of my favorite shoujo manga series, Horimiya. And for the last chibi character, we will have Emma from The Promised Neverland. For my previous channel art design, I had characters from the classic and older series like Naruto and Ranma 1/2. So for this design, I wanted to showcase characters from current and upcoming anime series. Now on a new layer, we're gonna draw in the detail sketch. I want to keep this on a separate layer so that we'll be able to turn off the other layer with the bubbles once we start inking. So has anyone else read Horimiya? Personally, I'm super excited for the anime. The art looks so good, just like in the original manga. I really enjoy the story and the character development. Overall, it's a good rom-com slice of life with some comedic elements that I think is worth checking out if you are into those kinds of stories. Next, let's talk about The Promised Neverland. I'm not usually into dark fantasy and thriller series, but I binge watched the first season in one day, and boy, that was one heck of a ride. I won't spoil anything if you haven't seen it already, but I will say that it was very good. Again, here I am drawing Emma, one of the main characters in The Promised Neverland. You are probably more familiar with these two characters over here. This one is Chibiusa from Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is one of the first animated series I watched since I was younger, and I loved it very much, and I'm still a big fan. So yeah, I gotta have a Sailor Guardian in my channel art. And here comes my favorite player from Karasuno High School, Shoyo Hinata. I just love how Hinata is always able to stay in check with his mental state while playing in such big tournaments. He also does a very good job to help relieve his team members from feeling the pressure of the games. Anyways, we are almost done with the sketch here. I'm also done with my anime reviews. Let me know in the comments what anime you have been watching or what you look forward to see next year. Alright, so there is our sketch. We can now turn off the template, the bottom sketch layer, and create a new layer for inking or line art. I'm just gonna use the technical pen and black ink. Tap on the brush to go to the settings and make sure the streamline is about 80%. Having the streamline on high helps stabilize your brush strokes and makes your inking process a lot more enjoyable. Alright, lower the opacity of the sketch layer and we can start inking. So for my channel art design, the line art and the colors will be somewhat combined. I will only use black color to ink the outline of the skin areas. The outline for the hair and the clothing will have either the same or darker color. And the reason is I want to minimize the amount of black color shown in the drawing, as the banner or the channel art will appear really small on mobile devices and even the iPads. I would like the colors to stand out more on these characters. I hope that makes sense, and you will see what I mean when we go through this process. So here I'm just gonna use the color drop method to fill in the hair. Back to black ink for the eyes and the mouth. I'm still gonna use black to ink the white color clothing items. Please note that you can design your channel art however you like. This was just my personal approach to inking and coloring. Usually, I also use black color to do the line art all around the characters, but for this one, I want to show less of the thick and bold black lines in my drawing. You pretty much get the idea, so I'm just gonna fast forward the rest. Okay, for the skin color, I created a new layer and placed it underneath. We can still use the technical pen and just increase the brush size. Let's now draw in the cheeks, and the coloring process is complete. I'm going back to outline portions of the hair on the chibi characters using the smallest brush size. Just a little bit here and there so that they don't blend in with the background later on. For the background, I'm gonna first place a solid color underneath. Now we can go back and erase the overlaps with the eraser tool. Now I'm gonna use the grid pattern to place it over the solid background. I really like how the grid pattern can add more dimension to your drawing with such a simple texture. Oh, one more thing. Let's turn the template back on. I would like to cut off the grid on the two sides. That way we will have solid color shown when viewing this on the computer desktop. So I'm gonna use the eraser tool to remove the grid on the sides here, using the template as a guide. It's time to create the text box for my channel name. I'm gonna use a light peach color for the outline and a solid white color for the inside. Write in the name for my channel. I think here I'm still using the technical pen. I wanted to include a few descriptions here, so let's go up to Actions and add text. Let's do chibi art, fan art, and tutorial. Almost done. Adjusting the spacing and the size for the text here. The background seems a little plain, so I'm gonna add a few details to fill up the empty space. Using the chalk brush under calligraphy, I'm drawing in these cute little stars and sparkles and hearts. Alright, last but not least, if you have been following my channel, you would know that I love adding highlights to my characters. It gives your drawing a nice pop and just enhances the overall visual. Let's now export the image to your photo library. Go back to your Actions icon, select Share, and remember to pick PNG. And hit Save Image here. To upload your channel art, log into your YouTube account in the browser and make sure to go up here and select Request Desktop Site. Select Customize Channel and go to the Branding tab. Then hit Change Banner Image. Choose the one you want to select and pick Use. It looks good, so Select done here. Hit publish. View channel. And there it is. This is how it looks on my phone and the desktop. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with future content. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, guys.